Hello and welcome to the 17th episode of Stories. And today I have Mr. Majid Al Sadi with me. Stories is all about sharing successful stories of people around the world. Majid, before starting the show, how are you today?
Yeah, very good. It's always good to be back from holidays and have this extra energy and ready to have a good week. So, doing very well.
Great, great. Majid, obviously, you've been successful about many things in this world, and you have been involved in lots of things personally. Would you like to share about yourself, your background?
Sure. So, I grew up between the States and Dubai.
Mhm.
I've been living out here in this region for the last 15 years. Um, yeah, 15 years. And, I come from I'm quite a multicultural background, parents from different parts of the Middle East. I graduated with a degree in business management, went on and did my master's in Australia, completed a strategic marketing master's degree. I started off my work experience in the field of recruitment, working with the various multinational agencies, moved in-house up until literally last 4 months ago, where I decided to open up Yalla Consulting. So in short, my journey has been consistent of about 7 to 8 years of corporate experience till we reached to today, where I decided to set up my own business.
Great. Great. So you could elaborate more about Yalla Consulting so that people could know about it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So the idea behind Yalla Consulting is it was set up literally about 4 months ago, so in the midst of the crisis.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for me, I do believe that there's always an opportunity despite any sort of economic crisis. A lot of the companies that have been set up during the economical crisis that we had, I think, in 2006, 2008, are now today successful. So the idea behind the business was, and the name Yalla, which means let's go or let's do it in Arabic, is looking at educational consulting. So we support students who are in high school or in university to study abroad, and we help them with their whole journey. It looks at professional career development, so career coaching, ensuring that professionals are on the right career path, those who are not currently working to get on the right career path. So each step of the way, we sort of support them with that. It looks at investment. So helping individuals set up businesses in Europe. And then recently we did a partnership to provide language courses out here in the Middle East. So now we have multiple different languages that we offer, along with business communication. And recently we started doing management consulting as well. So that's working with clients in this region, along with North Africa, to provide them different sort of management solutions.
Great. So you have been trying a lot of different things to be at the top.
Yes.
So you would be having a great success story, a great success strategy, so that you can share to the world. Would you like to share with us today?
I think, some people might look at me and be like, well, Majid, you've just been in business for 4 months, but you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. It's quite diversified rather than focusing on one specific area. Yeah. And I think that's a fair comment. The whole idea behind the business is to keep it as diversified as possible, make myself unique in the market compared to competitors, but also leverage on different opportunity. So the idea behind the business goes years back ago, since I graduated. When I first graduated, I never had that career coach that could tell me what to study, where to go with my life, and what to pursue career-wise. As any student, I was following where the best company was to work for, and then also where would I be able to get paid immediately after graduating, rather than going through internships. So being part of this career journey where I've been doing work that not necessarily made me want to wake up in the morning full of energy, and want to go back at home fully satisfied, made me set up the business, and made me set up the idea by having the education and the career bit, which are quite different, but intersect with each other in terms of each experience that you go through as an individual, and then having that investment bit. My advice is to always keep your business diversified as much as possible. And other entrepreneurs might disagree and focus on a specific niche. I think in a situation that we're in right now, with this financial COVID situation, I think that the more diversified you are, the higher chance you have to succeed. And also it allows you to start focusing on what you really should be able to focus on. You try multiple things, and it's not a bad thing to try multiple things and find out what works with you and what doesn't. And the more you try, then you're able to see like, okay, well, this works for me, this doesn't work for me, etc. You know, don't wait for the opportunity, create it is the advice here.
Exactly. So Majid, if I may ask, why education? Why did you focus on education?
I think, Jason, I think the basis of success is education. I think right now, with this situation that we're going through, I think it has reminded people that the more you invest in yourself, the more successful you're going to be. Exactly. And investing in yourself doesn't mean necessarily getting a degree from university and going out and working, but it also means, you know, everyday learning, going out, doing courses, language courses, business communication courses, taking on courses that are related to professional development or related to your specific field, doing a master's degree, etc. It's about making yourself be unique, but at the same time, it's about adding value to yourself. And education never fails you. The more knowledge you put into yourself, the more success you have for yourself. So that's the reason behind education. I think education is super vital for success.
I think this is the most strategic point which the listeners can take away, because people are sitting at home and thinking that everything is gone, everything is depressing, everything is sad, rather than investing in themselves, rather than progressing in life. Exactly. I think by getting up and going out there, you can search for a lot of opportunities, and you did it. So which means everybody can do it.
I think that time is very essential here. And I think that this situation, especially working from home, and honestly, the idea behind Yellow Consulting literally happened around February, March, when I started working from home from the office. I think when you sit with yourself, you maximize the time that you have, and you create your own opportunities, create how can I do things differently. And while you're applying for jobs, in case you are a job seeker, in case you're currently working, always be thinking, what can I do differently? And in this case, it's investing in yourself. In this case, it's going out and trying to do something different. And that doesn't have to be always education. It could be simple things like exercising, you know, which is good for your mental mind. It's all about building yourself. And this is you know, been, you know, my sort of forte since the beginning of the crisis. You know, I've always wanted to do my own thing, but I'll be honest with you, Jason, I never had the courage to do so. I was always someone that liked to have that consistent income and be comfortable in where I am. And I would reach to a point where I want to pursue something, but you know, no, I can't. But I think now and this is the message for everybody. Now is the time to invest. Now is the time to do your own thing. Now is the time to follow your passion. And it's about finding the idea that you can't just stop thinking about. And if you can't stop thinking about the idea, then it probably is a good one anyways. So yeah.
Great, amazing. That's a great thought for the people who are listening to this interview.